Please share the information provided in this video. Always remember that a crucial part of removing a person's confusion is understanding his or her unique source of it. This is a response to Desiring God's video, John Piper, Atheism, Laughable, and Blasphemous. And essentially, in the video, Dr. Piper is making the point that is a type of plant in South America, I think, because of the complicated way it works in its environment, couldn't have arisen by mindless matter. It had to have a designer or thought behind it. He doesn't really make the point very clearly. He just kind of assumes that you get it, and then moves into mockery. And I mean, the video is atheism is laughable and blasphemous. Now, obviously, atheism is blasphemous if and only if God exists. But if God doesn't exist, then there is no such thing as blasphemy of God. It's like blasphemy of Santa Claus. So, to call atheism blasphemous is just to ultimately waste your breath. It's only blasphemous if you can show that God has to exist. Then all of a sudden it becomes blasphemous. But the other issue that I gotta call you out on this, John. I mean, I like a lot of what you do, and especially the stuff about how Christians want to live this life to just have money and relax, and how that's not really what God has called us for. And I'm really glad you are pushing hard for that. But in this video, you're propagating a really bad idea, and it's this idea that Christians should just mock people who disagree with them, because that's what you're doing. You're laughing at atheists for being atheists, and you're mocking them. So let's say you do have some knockdown good argument that just totally defends the idea that there has to be a God, to where it makes it seem silly. You've got such good proof that makes it seem silly. Okay, look, you do not mock a counter perspective. You dialogue with it. You treat it seriously, respectfully. You listen, you understand, and you respond in a genuine, authentic way. Yes, you disagree, but you don't mock. You don't make fun of people. Okay? Where do I get this from? Right here, 1 Peter 3:15. But in your hearts revere Christ as Lord. Always be prepared to give an answer to everyone who asks you to give the reason for the hope that you have. Okay? But, here's the but. So, maybe John's prepared to give the reason, although he didn't really explain it very well. He was just like, you need an explanation, ha ha ha, you're a dummy, Me and God laugh at you. But look at what Peter says. Not Piper, Peter. But, do this with gentleness and respect, keeping a clear conscience, so that those who speak maliciously against your good behavior in Christ will be ashamed of their slander. For it is better, if it is God's will, to suffer for doing good than for doing evil. Gentleness and respect. Be gentle, be kind, don't be hurtful, don't be insulting, don't be mean. But at the same time, be respectful too. Show them the legitimacy to take their position seriously, because you didn't really talk about what the counter perspective even is in your video. You didn't really share, well, what is evolution about, what is the evolutionary explanation. You didn't take it seriously enough to even explain what it is. It's just dumb, and that is not respectful, and that is not gentle, and that's not what Peter is telling us to do. And he was telling people to do that in a situation where they would have lost their life for confessing Christ. So, out of respect for these people that were probably martyred in the area that Peter wrote to, who probably obeyed this commandment and did have gentleness and respect, out of just respect for those people, shouldn't we be able to just follow their example? That's it. Hope you enjoyed the information provided in this video. Hope you found it enjoyable, yada yada. New videos every Monday and Friday. Thank you for your time.